When it's right, it's effortless, and you really do feel like you're flying off the top of the pole. I'm Sandi Morris. I am a professional pole vaulter for Puma, Olympic silver medalist in 2016. I live in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I train at the University of Arkansas. And I also lift weights in my garage. I had to purchase a bunch of weights because the pandemic, I didn't have access to facilities, so I decided, what the heck, I'm gonna make my own weight room. This is part of my warm-up for my lift.
What do the neighbors think?
They think I'm crazy, I'm sure. I'm always like singing and stuff in the house. I think they can hear me when I'm doing things like that. In the backyard, flying around on my high bar. Okay, so I'm gonna do trap bar deadlift and barbell hip thruster today. And this is great because it works on your balance. These will make you very sore if you've never done them before. Engage the core. This is about 200. I actually don't know how much this bar weighs, to be honest. It's probably about 20 pounds. I need to look at the box it came in.
A lot of people do think that pole vault is arm strength, and that's not necessarily the case. It's actually a lot of core strength and just all over body strength, because you're pushing the pole away from you with your core and with your shoulders, and you're swinging. And if you have the timing of everything done right, it's actually not that much of a strength move, it's more of a timing. I would say the most important attributes to be a pole vaulter are a combination of speed, all-around body strength, and you gotta be a little bit crazy up here. We're a mixture of a gymnast with a sprinter with a jumper, and if you have speed on the runway and you're fearless, then you're gonna be really good. I train with one of my toughest competitors, Megan Clark, and she is a phenomenal athlete, and it's awesome to have someone like her to train with.
You gonna make this one, Meg?
Sure is.
I think what's unique about the pole vault is we're all, it seems to be pretty personable people, and we want to see each other jump high. When your competitors are jumping high, it tends to rub off on all of the athletes in the field. So if someone else is jumping well, it makes me jump better. Most people ask me, were you a gymnast? And I was not. I actually am probably the worst gymnast out of all the pole vaulters on our team. But my most important attribute, personally, my strength, is my speed on the runway. Pole vaulting is very fun. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating, but when you finally get things right technically and your jump comes together, it is so much fun. Hold on, let me hold the doggies back. Come on in. No, don't run out the door. Don't run out the door. Don't run out the door. Who's that? What's that? I've always been really passionate about animals. When I was a little kid, it started actually with a fascination with insects. And I just would go around the playground in elementary school and pick up bugs. I'm actually shocked that I never got bit by a spider. So this room was actually a porch when I moved into this house. The roof was here, but I had the walls put up. These are my birdies. We have that's Juniper coming out to say hello. I'm gonna open this for you. So this is Inca, my blue-tongued skink, or blue-tongued lizard, either one, from Northern Australia. I love their little stubby legs. They look so like prehistoric. I have, let's see, 2 birds, 2 dogs, 3 snakes, a big lizard, 2 small geckos, and a 40-gallon tank of fish. They kind of take my mind off of my obsession with getting better as an athlete. And I think it's healthy to have something to take me away from that mentally. In the pole vault world, we have a term, and it's called bar love. And you're allowed to hit the bar in the pole vault. You can smack it as long as it stays on the pegs. The jump counts. And everybody loves bar love.
And the bar bounces, but you can see the reaction. The bar is still up.
Most people don't have any clue that we travel to meets with a series of poles. You don't jump on one pole the whole time. You start on a softer pole, and as you get more warmed up and you're hitting the takeoff harder, you're moving deeper into the pit, and you go up a pole is what we call it, and you go to a stiffer pole. So all of my poles are 15-foot, 1-inch poles, and I can move my grip up or down depending on how I'm feeling that day and how the jump is going, and you can also go up to a stiffer or a softer pole. Traveling with poles is the most difficult part of being a pole vaulter. The poles do not break down, so I have a 15-foot long tube of poles that's about 60 to 80 pounds depending on how many poles are in the tube at the time. My bird is mad that we have the door to her cage closed because she wants to come out and get on my shoulder. All right. I'm sorry, Junebug. Here, you can come out. Come on. Come on out. I'm a very big DIYer. I like to try to make everything myself before I will buy it.
What's going on there?
Oh, you know, just your everyday pole vault pit building. I'm just trying not to hurt myself.
Hey, I'm Harry Morris, father of Sandi Morris. We're here in South Carolina. In early February, as everybody knows, with COVID, the University of Arkansas shut down. Sandi came home and we built a pole vault runway in Acadia, which is our neighborhood here.
The pole vault pit was a huge project, and it was mostly my dad, and I was his assistant, and so I would pretty much just do whatever he needed me to do. And then UCS donated us the pole vault pit, so my dad definitely put his skills to the test, but he has some history in carpentry as well, so we were ready.
It's a raised, elevated runway, all made out of lumber, and it took myself and a few other individuals 6 weeks to build it. It was a special time for us. Sandi hadn't been home for 10 years, and so for her to come and live with us for 6 weeks kind of took us back.
I actually backwards skate, so I go like 2 rolls normal, and I spin it so the backside is out, and then it makes it super sticky so I can grip it. But I have to like overlap it because it's not taped to the pole. It is muggy out here. Just gotta execute. Execute!
I'm absolutely elated with how tonight went. I'm so thankful that Katie Najat was willing to come in here and compete with me, because that's what really pushed both of us, I believe, to the heights that we jumped tonight. 2 world leads, so we're tied for the world lead right now, and I couldn't have asked for more. I would look at my dad a lot during that competition because we had put so many hours into building that pit, and he had poured his heart into that project. So then seeing it in action with elite pole vaulters competing on it and the neighborhood rallying behind that meet, it was really special, and it brought me a lot of joy to see my dad's work come to life. I think athletes really feed off of the energy of the fans, and we're performers, so it's been hard during the pandemic not having competitions, and then the meets that we have had, there haven't been nearly as many fans. It's a lot harder to really feel like you're competing because we're so used to performing for a crowd, so it's definitely been an adjustment. It's really funny, I was just asked this question the other day, like, how did you start doing that little funny, like, go on my toes and then rock back and then go? And I went back and was watching home videos from when I first learned how to pole vault, and I have done that little move since the very first time I picked up a pole vault pole, and I just have always done that.
What's in the fireproof box?
My important awards and my grocery bags. I'm just kidding, no. They'll sit on top of it. Well, and tax documents that I do not keep updated. No, I need to get better about that. Don't turn into an adult, kids. It's not fun. Okay, what do we got here? World Indoor Championships 2016. A really cool watch they gave us in Rio, an Omega watch. And then my pride and joy, my Olympic medal. The coolest part is the box, honestly. Goes like that. I have a lot of memorabilia. Some of my favorite things aren't even like trophies or whatever. It's the shoes that I jumped in. So these look the same, but these are actually from separate pairs of shoes. And this is the pair I had on in Rio for my silver medal. And then this is the pair I had on for my 5-meter jump. And so those are really special. My dad has the other spike from Rio. And then the spike designer, I sent him my other 5-meter spike. And this is a really cool story. So my dad, in his office, their janitor, Larry, I want to shout out Larry. He is crazy about the Olympics, and he recently, for Christmas, gave me a bunch of like Olympic historical memorabilia, and I have all this stuff. This is a ticket from the 1932 Olympics. But I think Tokyo, I have a really solid shot at not just medaling, but at winning gold. I would say I don't have anything to prove to the world, but I think that I want to prove to myself that I can do it. I have to keep believing in myself, believing in my abilities, believing in my coach and my support team. Those wins and those medals will come.